Kitakubu.
Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. So we are here once again with a worth the roll video. I'm a little late on this, I know, a little busy, but we actually have Ashiya Douman 5-star alter ego here. He did recently come out in the USA version of Fate Grand Order. Super strong servant, definitely worth the roll. We're going to be talking about why, but Pity System as well has released recently, and my condolence to all those who got Ashiya Douman with Pity. That's a lot of Saint Quartz, bank account, wallet, rip. But let's go ahead and talk about Ashiya Douman. So starting off with his attack, 12,252, 13,266 HP. Of course, that's without the grails. And star absorption 100, high. Star generation 9.7, high. MP charge on attack 0.7, high. MP charge defense 4%. And looking at his cards, 2 quicks, 2 arts, 1 buster, 4 hits on the quick, 3 hits on the arts and buster, and then 5 hits on the extra. So that's a really good card deck in my opinion, especially because he is a servant that can actually refund a lot of MP with his cards alone, like with his hits alone. He is really good at refunding his MP. So yes, he is able to loop his MP with the right team setup, but man, he is just a hard-hitting servant. You would never expect that from him, but he is a very hard-hitting servant and definitely able to gain MP. But looking at his skills, his first skill, quite a lot of stuff on his first skill, which is insane. So reduce all enemies attack for 3 turns, their defense for 3 turns. Both of those are pretty high in percentage as well. Attack 10 to 20%, defense 20 to 30%. So you'll be able to do more damage onto the enemies, and the enemies will be doing less damage to you. Inflicts terror status for 1 time 3 turns. This is going to be a chance to activate a debuff below every turn when activated. So paralyze, that can activate 500% chance to stun basically. Inflicts confusion stats for 3 turns, 30% chance to activate the debuff below every turn. When activate, 500% chance to seal their skills for 1 turn. Inflict curse with 500 damage for 3 turns to them. So a lot of debuffs, and his passive skill allows him to actually put those debuffs on pretty easily, which we'll go down and talk about that in a bit. But activate chance plus 30 to 40%, which is pretty huge, and it's a 6-turn cooldown at max level. Second skill, grants self-gut status for 2 times 5 turns, which is actually quite surprising. Was not expecting him to get a survivability skill, but he does. Increases on crit damage of all allies with evil alignment for 3 turns. Increase crit damage of all allies with chaotic alignment for 3 turns. So basically he can give himself this crit damage, and of course again he is able to refund his MP gauge with that crit damage. But of course, if you want to pair him up with other evil or chaotic alignment teammates, you can definitely help them out with some crit damage. But yeah, this is huge. This is definitely a skill that you need to level up because it's 30 to 50% for those crit damage. And then you have his third skill, charges own MP gauge, and this is a 50 to 80% battery, 50% at level 1, which is already huge, which is what the heck. And then at level 10, 80%. So yeah, you're able to just put on like some kind of random CE that gives them 20% MP at the start of turn, and then you're good. You have 100% MP. But of course you have other servants that can give him MP. So yeah, that's crazy. He starts off with a 50% MP battery and then all the way to 80%. Then he has increased attack of all allies with evil alignment for 3 turns, as well as chaotic alignments for 3 turns. Both of those are 10 to 20%. And then inflict curse 5 turns to all enemies, and then that does 1000 to 2000 damage depending on the level. So going down to his passive skills, territory creation B, increase arts performance by 8%. Of course that's going to help the arts card gain more MP, so that's huge. Then you have increased own debuff success rate by 10%. And then of course, I mean, looking at his first skill, like that's what you want that. So pretty good chance for all those debuffs to go onto the enemy. Magic resistance A, increase own debuff resistance by 20%. Darkness essence B, increase own damage by 225. Increase own insta kill success rate by 20%, which his MP does have insta kill, which is huge, by the way. Of course, you're not going to be able to kill boss enemies, but you'll definitely be able to farm easily with him. Then High Servant A, I don't even know why they have this, but that does not give any effects at all. And then you have Hedonism EX, increase own MP generation rate when taking attack by 20%. So when he gets hit, increases his MP gauge. So yeah, he can definitely get a lot of MP, which is insane. That's why he's really good as a looper. Then we have his append skill, anti-alter ego attack damage amplitude, increase own attack against alter ego enemies. So any other class or any other servant in his class. And then Noble Phantasm is a quick, so he is a quick servant, meaning he can definitely pair very well with Scotty. Deals damage to all enemies, so AoE, inflict curse status for 1000 damage for 5 turns to them, and 120% chance to insta kill enemies, and damage is 600 to 1000% depending on the MP level. And then Overcharge inflicts evil curse status for 5 turns and increases curse damage on them, so that curse damage 100% to 200% depending on the level. So yeah, Douman is a damage critical MP gaining fiend. He is super good for farming. He is definitely a top servant to have when it comes to farming, and he is just an amazing character as well. Like, I mean, his design I think is one of the best designs in FGO. He is a great servant when it comes to like dialogue. Like, his story is really interesting. He's also a very popular servant. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Super popular. But again, gameplay wise, he is able to get his MP up, able to loop, able to do some really good damage, able to inflict a bunch of debuffs, which is very fun. And yeah, I mean, overall I think Ashiya Douman is actually a very fun servant to just play around with in gameplay. And yeah, he's just an awesome character. But yeah, that's gonna basically be about it. Ashiya Douman, definitely worth the roll if you don't have a farmer. I mean, if you don't have an alter ego, I mean, I would highly recommend just rolling for him. He is, again, a very strong alter ego alone, but even better as a farmer. So if you guys need a farmer, if you guys need an alter ego, I highly recommend rolling for Ashiya Douman here. But yeah, tell me what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I do have some other channels, KitaSean TCG, where I do a bunch of TCG related content, as well as my Kita Games channel, where I do a bunch of gameplay videos on there. So definitely check those out. Link are down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.